Hi guys, it's Mrs. Burke. I wanted to make this video to show you how to get into and navigate around PEG writing. I'm in the 8th grade content, 7th grade, yours is set up primarily the same. You'll see the first link for PEG writing in block 2, week 2. Remember, PEG writing is just like no red ink, even though it just appears in your block or even your week one time, does not mean you just go into it one time. I want you in there every single day. 15 to 20 minutes every day. If something happens that your computer's not letting you in, or you're doing a computer exchange, whatever the reason, you can still do your writing every day. Just write it in a journal. And then when you get your computer back, transfer things over into PEG writing. Okay, there's no excuse not to read and write every day, even when you have computer issues. Click on your PEG link and it will take you to the sign-in page. You are going to use your TDA sign-in information. So whatever your username and password is to get into Brightspace will also be your username and password for PEG writing. Course name, some of you still might have two showing up. Make sure you're clicking on your English 300 class. Some of it might say English Mrs. Schwartz. Okay, you want your English 300. This is going to open up to Navi's page. To start writing, you are going to come into the practice button right here. Your narratives will appear along the page right here. Right now, you can choose one of the other prompts, but your student choice narrative lets you write what you want to write. I will list narratives in your resource section. I did list a tab that has 114 prompts. That's plenty to pick from. Someone said it had a hard time getting it to open, so if it will not open, you can email me and I can send you like 10 prompts to choose from. Okay, because I know sometimes you draw a blank when it comes to writing and you don't know what to write. So you're going to click on Student Choice Narrative, Pre-Writing. It will open up to graphic organizers. It specifically put narrative graphic organizers up here at the top. And depending on what you've chosen to write about, will depend on what graphic organizer you might want to choose. I personally like the 5Ws. This is a pretty easy one. It's a basic one. Remember, a narrative is telling a story, so you're going to tell what happened. A personal narrative is telling a story in your first-person point of view. So you're going to tell what happened, who was there, why did it happen, when did it happen, where did it happen. That gives you your basics. Remember to narrow down. If you were in monthly meeting, you know exactly what I'm talking about when I say write a lot about a little, not a little about a lot. Narrow down your focus and write as much as you can, very detailed about that one thing that happened. When you finish, you can save and quit if that's what you're going to do for the day, or hit next and it's going to open it up to your writing. And here's where you start typing your narrative. I don't want to hit submit here. I'm going to put save and quit. When you do submit, it's going to hand it in to be graded, which is important because as you see, Navi's got a lot going on here. He's got some things that were on his first draft. This is on his third draft. This is just the graphic organizer. That's fine. You should have a lot going on in here. You do not have to take every single essay that you write completely through all the steps of the writing process. The ones that you do have to take all the way through the steps of the writing process is the one you hand in. You will have to tell me about one essay in block 4, block 7, and block 11. So the more you're in practicing, the higher your grade should be on the essay that you choose to hand in, or the essay that you choose to tell me about. So let's go back in and look at what happens when I hand in an essay. This was Navi's, actually he's gone in twice to do this one. So as you will see, it will do a little red box that will have you check misspelled words. This happens not to be a misspelled word because it's the name of a specific place that Navi was writing about. It's also going to do your spacing. For example, there's an apostrophe added here. Okay, so I can hit my revision. Yes, let's revise this essay. Then I can look up here to find out what I need to revise and then come down here to do it. So yes, this can get a little tedious at times because you have to find out where in the essay it is to correct your problems, but it's worth it to get a good grade on your essay. Okay, turn off your lights. It is said that if you turn off your lights and roll down your windows. So I have to come down here and find out. It is said if you turn off your light and roll down your windows, I'm just going to revise it, take out that apostrophe. Okay, I can come back up and go, ooh, what does this need? You appear to have misplaced the final punctuation in this sentence. When you end in a sentence with a quotation mark, the entire sentence is enclosed in quotation marks. Ooh, we talked about that last year, didn't we? Okay, so it'll even tell you where to correct your quotations. Then when you finish your revisions, you're going to submit it again, and it will go in and immediately, you get immediate feedback. It's going to immediately score your essay, and now as you can see, Navi's had 3 drafts on this. This is what you need to look at when you go to complete your hand-in on block 4, 7, and 11. I'm asking what your final essay score was. That's the score right here. The highest it can be is 30. So if you have 20 to 30, that's a pretty good score on your essay. We shoot for at least an 18 by the end of the year. I just want to see continual growth with your writing. I also can look specifically at your development of ideas because that's what we're focusing on in morning meeting or monthly meeting. I'm so used to calling it morning meeting, sorry. Monthly meeting. Your development of your ideas, that's your focus, and writing a lot about a little, not a little about a lot. I want to see this go up, up, up. So whatever your first score was, whether it's a 2 on your first essay, I want that to go up to a 3 or 4. If it was a 1, a 2 or 3, I want to see gradual increases on your development of ideas. When you look down at your evaluation, it will give you lessons, elaboration in narratives. I do actually believe I assign that anyway. And read through your evaluation because it's going to tell you what you need to go in and work on. And it breaks it down into your 6 writing traits, which is ideas, organization, style, word choice, sentence structure, and conventions. Okay. It's a lot to think of all at once, so what I want you to do is target in on one area and focus on getting that score as high as you can. And then the next time, focus in on another area and get your score as high as you can. Right now, like I said, we're looking at the development of ideas. I really want those ideas clear and focused. Okay, if you have any questions, email me and I will do my best to answer them. By the time the end of the year, your portfolio, you can go in and you can look at your average scores on all your essays and look at your bingo. This is what I want to see growth. Your chart should show an upward slope in your average essay score. And you can even break this down. Okay, here's my narrative scores. Okay, right now Navi only has the one essay. Okay, so that is peg writing, and like I said, a little bit every day. Don't wait until you're in block 4 and you say, oh no, I have this essay due, and then just go in and write it. Go in every day to get the best use out of the program. If you have any questions, just let me know.